So there are two pieces of this should be of particular interest to any small businesses, but particularly minority or women-owned businesses that are really trying to get a real toehold in their particular industry and to grow. The first are some of the benefits that go directly to businesses, with payroll tax cuts of half of your payroll tax forgiven in 2012 on the first $5 million of wages, which is all wages for most small businesses. And then any new hiring or any wage increases or any increase in hours that you do in 2012, there's a 100% tax holiday on that. So, real benefits to small businesses, giving the incentive. If you've got the space to expand, this is the year to expand in and to do some hiring. Now, on the other side, the other piece of benefit here is the payroll tax cuts that are going to workers and their families, where they're also going to get another about $1,500 in their pocket by lower payroll taxes on workers. And of course, that means, particularly if you're in a consumer-based business, that your consumers out there, your populations, your buyers, are going to have a little bit of extra money to spend this year. And hopefully these two will come together. Consumers will have more money in their pockets. That will give businesses an opportunity to expand, to take advantage of the tax cuts and the incentives to hire. And that in turn is going to create jobs and employ more people and expand demand. So this is how you start the cycle of economic growth a little bit faster. Yes, one of the things that the bill does that I think is very creative is it tries to create incentives for people who are long-term unemployed, which is defined as unemployed 6 months or more. We have way too many people in that situation in our country right now. Provide incentives for them to get into training and internship programs, and for businesses to create these programs to bring them in, and they don't fully lose their unemployment benefits, so that you can afford to do some minimum wage or even free internship type programs, still collect your unemployment insurance, and put yourself in a situation where you look more attractive to the business. And of course, it means from the business perspective, you can bring some people in on a trial basis, give them some training, see if they're working out before you make the hiring commitment. And they're going to be willing to do this because they don't have to give up the unemployment benefits while they do it. Well, the proposals are all about changes for 2012, right? So one reason it needs to get enacted now is we want to know, both businesses and consumers need to know what's the economic situation they're going to be facing in 2012. And this needs to start on January 1st, 2012, so it needs to get passed now. One of the attractions of this bill is that a very substantial amount of the money, about 2/3 of the money, is in payroll tax cuts. Now, the way the payroll tax works, you pay it every month. So if you pay less taxes every month from January 1st, you're going to see either lower taxes on the business side or lower taxes on the consumer side, so that this isn't one where you wait around for projects to be ready to be funded. The money will get into the economy starting right away the 1st of January, and we'll start seeing the effects. So that's why it needs to get passed in time for that January 1st start date.